Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is part 2 of Democracy Africa, and as you'll see, this is where we ended last time. So let's process the turn and see what has happened. Quarterly reports suggest that the GDP is about the same, health is so-so, education is about the same, unemployment is still really bad, and crime has dropped further. Poverty not too bad. So we have a policy question on public smoking, a public smoking ban. There's a number of suspected links between smoking and poor health. Now, pressure groups have called for a ban on all smoking in public as an encouragement to smokers to give up. So the two options are ban public smoking, which is a major step towards cutting the number of people in this country who die from smoking-related illnesses. It's the duty of the state to pass laws like this, and it's in the interest of people's health. On the other hand, we could leave the law unchanged. It's not the job of the state to tell people how to live their lives. This is a total overreaction and an attack on civil liberties. It's legal to smoke, so you should be free to do so in public. People must be allowed to make their own decisions about their health. As our economy is struggling, I don't think we need to be banning public smoking. I know that our health is a bit of an issue, but I don't think we actually need to ban the public smoking itself. So we're going to leave the law unchanged for the moment. The polls report do not look good. There is 0%. Currently, we have nobody planning to vote for us, which is great. We still have a huge surplus, and the Rural Alliance of Warm Farmers and Rural Citizens, they have nothing to lose when it comes to fighting the government. So let's have a look at perhaps farming and see if we can't do anything to help the farmers and bring them back on side. So looking here, state housing, welfare development, rent controls, food stamps, nature conservation, compulsory work for the unemployed. Everyone receiving unemployment benefits has to do some work every week or risk of payment cutting their benefits. So this could possibly work. Let's have a look here. It's not going to affect the farmers though. So while it is a good program overall, it's not actually going to affect the farmers. So that's not going to be any good for us whatsoever. It's difficult. I think that's just going to upset farmers more by introducing the Food Standards Agency. Foreign policy is not going to help us here. Let's have a look at city farms. Will city farms help us? It will increase rural, so what we'll do is we'll invest in some city farms here to increase the rural happiness, and also to help people have nice farms in their cities. That seems like the best idea there. What else can we do? How can we exploit things like our mineral wealth? I mean, the environmentalists don't like it. It doesn't really help our economy type. What have we got here? Maternity leave. We like maternity leave. Still, women are not coming over to our side even after that. I mean, it's gone up a little bit after the female genital mutilation ban. Now, we really need to work on the rural side, because the land army is a very unhappy group of people at the moment. Mineral wealth, poor transport links. Now this is maybe something that we can affect. Let's have a look at our infrastructure, and let's have a look at road building. You see, it doesn't really directly affect. What I'm going to do is going to end the turn here. We'll move in to the next turn and see what effect it's had. So, quarterly reports says crime still falling, global economy is doing okay, still got 0% poll rating, which is quite funny, and an urgent question about children's food. So, a law has been proposed to regulate the fat content and nutritional value of food sold to children, including food sold in fast food restaurants, and of course food served in schools. It's likely to incur extra costs for the food retailers. So we can either leave the law unchanged, because you can't interfere with the free market, and this is the state interfering in people's lives. If kids want to eat fatty junk food, and the parents don't mind, then who are we as politicians to tell people not to eat hamburgers? On the other hand, though, we could regulate children's food because obesity is a major problem, which has a severe impact on people's health. Marketing unhealthy food to people at such an early age is unacceptable, and we should pass the law now to safeguard the future health of our citizens. I do believe that we need to look at healthcare, but the GDP is so low that we can't really justify incurring extra costs to the food retailers at the moment. So, what are we going to do then? I think we need to look at our possibly the whole issue of foreign interference. This does bother me, and it's because of our poor intelligence services. So here we go. What we can do is put up to a high-tech spy agency. The Patriots will like it. The interference will go down. The crime will go down even more. And the Liberals won't like us, but I don't think they really like us anyway. So I'm not too upset about that. Let's have a look at what we can do to try and bring them back on side. Creation versus evolution. Here's a major one. A bitter battle is raged about the way children are taught evolution versus creationism. Now, we as a country need to focus on, science, and we need to place that evolution strongly on evolution only. Whether it's my personal belief or not, it helps us right out. The religious groups won't like us. The Liberals will come right back on side. Liberalism as a group of people will come on side, and technology backwater will go down as well. So let's implement that. It costs 30 political capital. It is massive issue, especially in Africa where religion is such an important part of the culture. Let's have a look. Could we maybe implement the farmland acquisition program? This is, we have to acquire fertile lands to stabilise our food supply. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs brokers deals with developing nations, and our expenses support nations stuck in poverty, while crops we grow can grow in those other countries at fertile soil, reduce the food price significantly. Environmentalists and liberalists liken it to new colonisation. Let's have a little look at the policy itself, and see who would be happy or unhappy with this. Rurals would not like it, so that's what we're trying to avoid. So we will revert the changes and just come. It still implements the policy, but I want to see who it affects. I don't want to actually implement it. Oh man. Well, that's put us in a difficult place, because we've now implemented that and we've pissed off the rural people even more. Perhaps if we introduce health food subsidies and we'll implement that, it would help health and poor earnings, but it's still not going to. Okay, so we've come to a troubling point. We've realised that the game is going to implement policies regardless of whether we just want to look at who's going to be affected by them. I don't know if this is a bug or not, but it's a troubling, and it's probably going to cause us to be assassinated by just this particular quarter, where we've managed to really piss off the environmentalists, the rural people, more by implementing a policy that they didn't want. To be honest, a policy I didn't even want, but it's implemented. There's nothing we can do about it now. We're going to have to live with these decisions regardless. So join us next time, and we'll see what's happening now that we've implemented the accidental land acquisition policy. So thank you again for joining us. Remember to like, favourite, subscribe and share, and I will see you next time. Thank you very much.